Hey guys, it's Loriana, everybody's favorite lunatic. I thought I'd hop on today to do some talking about something that is really on my mind. Um, and it's funny. It's all about communication. This is about relationships, by the way. So it's about relationships and how we communicate in relationships and how we discover that we're not as mentally healthy as we thought we were. And I thought this is this is a brilliant idea. I thought I was like a relationship guru. I thought I pretty much knew it all and you couldn't surprise me. And I read tarot cards for Christ's sake. I read them very well, and I've read it for 15 years here in Tacoma. So I felt like I knew my shit. And then I got married at 37 and found out that I did not know my shit. And one of my bigger discoveries, it's getting winter time, so this shouldn't look so damn light. Okay, anyway, the point of my words here. One of my discoveries was that I was not a good communicator at all. I was the opposite of a good communicator. I would shut down, I would walk away, and I would come back and pretend that nothing was happening, that nothing was wrong, that I wasn't upset. And, of course, nothing gets accomplished like that. You just save your rage for another day, so to speak. But I had confused being a good communicator with being able to express my emotions because they're not the same thing. And in my mind, they had kind of merged into one. And I thought if I'm expressing my anger sanely, if I'm expressing, my sadness sanely, if I'm expressing my emotions, my husband knew when I was pissed. He didn't know why. And I wouldn't really explain it why, because I would just like, well, you should know you're an adult. I shouldn't be sitting here cleaning up after you like this. And I don't know why we're, blah, 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 blah. And I would just throw all these emotions at him that were not exactly communications. So I got stuck in the I feel this, and now I'm going to make it your problem to fix without really taking apart the emotion and exploring it and looking at it from all angles and communicating. So that I have had to learn, and it is very hard for me because it puts in a new vulnerability, which I don't like. I don't like being vulnerable. I've never been a real vulnerable person. I've always been, funny, dramatic, artistic, but not vulnerable. That didn't fall under the umbrella that is Lorianne. So for me to be vulnerable with a person is terrifying to me. I've never had a long-term relationship. My relationships have at best lasted a year, more on the 3 to 4 month range, and that should have kind of been a big clue to me that I wasn't doing something right, and I wasn't. I could express emotion and run. That I could scream and yell and run. That's been my MO, and I'm a hell of a runner. They should have called me the rabbit lady because I'm such a runner. But, I'm married and I'm Catholic. So that's why I waited so long to get married. I had to make sure I was all done with my jackassery. Divorce doesn't enter into the equation. That's for me in my situation. I do not believe that should be everybody's motto, because some marriages are not worth hanging on to. And if you are being hurt and abused and misused, you don't need to be there. That's a whole different conversation. Back to communication. I can't run away from my husband because we live in the same house. It gets awkward. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. I can't even avoid him well because I don't drive, and so I'm dependent on him to take me places. So this has forced me into a position where I have to recognize that expressing emotion and communication are two separate things. I didn't have it down like I thought I did, which kind of adds another dimension when I'm working with clients, so we can talk about this. Did you just act angry, or did you tell them? Because maybe other people are having this sort of issue, because communication is making, like, you have to be vulnerable. And it's hard. It's so hard for me, because I've been with so many people that have taken any kind of vulnerability and it's been immediately turned against me into a fight. No, you're a liar, just like your dad. That's just the one I can pull off the top of my head. Believe me, there has been many others. So, and it's just weird. It's just weird. It's weird to be vulnerable. It's weird to feel okay. Oh, man, so much, you guys. There is so much. The point is try to check in with yourself. Like, I'm going to check in with myself and ask myself this very simple question. Am I communicating, or am I expressing emotions without any sort of backstory or conclusion? I don't know. It felt like it helped me. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe I just took up 6 minutes of your life and you'll never get it back. Ha ha ha. Love you guys. Bye.